Greetings, everybody. Okay, so today I basically want to go over the last essay for English 1101 and really 1102 because English 1101 and 1102, the final essay is typically a research paper. Now, in an 8-week course, of course, I don't have all the time I would normally have for a 16-week course. So we kind of got to cram everything in, but I know you can do this. You've got the next 2 weeks to work on this, and as long as you'll kind of plan ahead, you should be fine. So let me get into the basics of this. So what is this paper? It is a thesis proof paper. So I don't want you to use anything like abortion or gun control, things like that, it's been overdone. I want you to think outside of the box. I'll give you an example of that at the end, but it's something that you're trying to prove. So, in this case, it might be that you want to try to prove something to me as your audience reading it through your paper, and you're just using research to back it up. So the requirements are pretty straightforward. The paper has to be a minimum of 5 pages and a maximum of 8 pages. Has to be typed, which I feel is, kind of obvious, but going to say it anyway. The text needs to be double spaced. Text is in Times New Roman font. The font size is 12, and the paper has to be correctly formatted using APA 7 guidelines. It has to have in-text citations. If you're not sure about how to do this, you can always reference Al Purdue. That's, at the end of this slideshow, but that will literally give you everything that you need. The paper has to include correctly formatted works cited page. This is a minimum of 3 sources. For APA 7, typically this will say references at the top, and again, there's an example on Al Purdue. The content has to be on topic and appropriate for what you're trying to prove. The text needs to contain correct grammar, usage, and mechanics. So APA 7, this has been what we've used this entire semester, but I know some of you are still struggling with this, and it is vitally important that you do it right for this essay because it can definitely affect your grade in a huge way. So you're looking for APA 7. The link to Al Purdue is in this week's module. So you can click on it, go there. It gives you an example essay. It tells you step by step how to do everything. And, honestly, that's one thing with an online class that sometimes you have to dig a little bit deeper on things yourself to try to get those answers that you need, because there are things out there like links that I'm going to provide you that you can see. But of course, always reach out to me with questions, and if I need to do another video explaining very step by step, I can do that as well, but some of you may not need it. So start here and let's see what you need. So go into Blackboard, post your thesis for your research paper to the discussion board. This is very important. For example, this is what I was talking about with an example thesis statement. So you could say the bubonic plague could have been prevented. Now you notice this is not wishy-washy. If you look at the thesis, I am saying that I think that the bubonic plague could have been prevented from the beginning, and my paper is going to try to prove it. So what I'm looking for is a single sentence that is a thesis statement that gives me an idea of what your topic is going to be and what stance you are taking on that topic. You need to wait until you have my approval. As soon as you get it, I'm trying to stay on top of these so that I can give you immediate feedback. I may give you suggestions for improvement. Don't be insulted. I'm just trying to not give you the runaround and make you waste your time. So I'm trying to clean it before you start on it. And then once you've got that thesis approved and we're on a good starting position, then you start doing that research and get your essay moving. So this is the basis of the entire essay. In another video, I'm going to go over the rubric because it is a little bit different because it's more detailed than the rubric that I've used for your other basic essays. So I look forward to reading these. These are usually the most interesting, so I hope you have fun.